Hello world, how are you this week? How are you this week? I hope that you're well. All that matters to us here at Armchair Anarchists is that you is that you are well. How are you this week? I hope that you're well. I hope that you're all good. Oh, hang on, let me just turn my telly down. Oh, the fuck it, I'll leave it up, doesn't matter. Can you hear that?
I can, well, yes.
Can you hear me?
Papa, can you hear me?
Papa, can you hear me? Hang on. Where is it? There it is.
What are you doing?
I've turned my telly down. Hello world, hello, how are you? Hello Ian Mitchell, I am Mel. Hello everybody, I hope that you're all good. I hope that you're all had a good week. Let's go around the room and let's just see how everyone else's week's been doing in the Armchair Anarchists fold. Arel the third, not to mistaken for Arel the second, whose father's from
The Bronx.
How have you been this week?
Well, not much at home. Mostly of the time. Doing nothing, getting bored.
Have you not been running again? No?
Of course, every morning.
And how many miles do you do?
Morning is, I felt a bit lazy, so I've been in the bed.
It's all frozen a little bit there.
You?
For you it has, Lee, yes. Oh no, you're back, don't worry.
Is it frozen?
No, you're fine, go for it.
Yes.
You only see...
So, Christian, I can't see you at the moment, but how's your week been, my darling?
Hang on a minute. Say that again.
How's your week been, my darling?
Oh, it's fine. Well, I've been dodging, ducking and diving people in London Field.
Coffin dodging.
Oh, yeah. And trying to lose weight. There you go. Story of my life. Losing weight and trying to clean my room. Two things I always do.
Well, cleaning your room will help you lose weight because of the amount of work involved. Over to you, Joel Ryder. How's your week been?
Cow.
Mine's been good. I've been cycling around the empty streets. Well, not so empty streets now of London. They're picking up now. Lockdown seems to be over. People are mingling.
Yeah, no, I went for a bike ride yesterday after Mr. Arel Moores, Arel the second, Arel the third, not to be mistaken for Arel the second, is 5 roads. Went for a ride around London yesterday.
No, a mooch.
A mooch around London, and it was crazy. Was it not? It was crazy. It was empty.
Actually, we had a chat also with two of the greatest people of the Second World War, Roosevelt.
You had a chat, didn't you? Have a chat with
Yes.
with Churchill and Roosevelt yesterday.
Huh? Churchill.
Really?
Yeah.
Hang about, folks. I think it's frozen again in some strange kind of.
The Trump ass.
It seems to be your end, Lee. It's only your screen that's freezing.
Oh.
Is it really?
Lee?
Or is it really?
Lee? I thought I was one with the shit Wi-Fi.
Well, I think it's because my door's closed. Maybe is it because my door's closed? Should I open the door?
Try
See if
that.
helps.
Try that. It's
Yeah.
not
By the way,
bad, Lee. Most of the time you're on the screen, it's fine.
Say hello to Norman Nelson.
Hello, Norman Nelson. How are you? How are you? Also, let's say a big hello to Jordan Dwayne Turner. Hello, Jordan. How are you?
Oh my God. Winnie LaFreak. The Winnie LaFreak is watching. Hi, Winnie.
Winnie LaFreak, eh?
Gorgeous.
And Bobby Baker. Hello to you too, brother. He says, black culture making America great for centuries. And also he says, to my queer brothers and sisters, Stonewall started with a flying brick, not a flying hashtag. Stay strong. Yeah,
Thank you.
Fair point. Well made. Yeah, what have I done here? Fucking stupid, garmless, fuck, cunt, bastard, fucking shithole. Anyway, listen, let's
Sorry for the expletives.
Yeah, I'm not sorry for them at all, to be honest. But they can be sorry for on my behalf because unfortunately I do represent. I've got some news for us, folks. Do you want to hear the news this week? I'm trying to get my thingy to stream. Anyway, yes.
Hi, Daniel Wall. Give me a ring tonight and tomorrow.
Hi, Daniel. How are you? Are you good? I hope that you're well. Hello,
Britain from Thailand.
Hello, Matthew John. How are you, my friend? I hope that you're well too. Right, listen, folks. You want to hear some news that's happened this week? Are you ready?
I am.
Coronavirus.
I can't eat sushi. I can't eat this. I gotta have sushi.
It would seem this week that we found out that ibuprofen tested as treatment to reduce COVID-19 symptoms. It is hoped a specific form of the anti-inflammatory drug.
Before you say anything, can I just say something seriously?
Yeah.
They're a bunch of cunts. Do you know why? I fucking threw all my ibuprofen out.
See, I kept mine. I keep all my drugs.
I normally neck mine, but I threw them out.
Well, apparently it's hoped that a specific form of the anti-inflammatory drug can prevent severe breathing problems and mean less time in hospital. Ibuprofen is being tested to assess whether it can prevent severe breathing problems in coronavirus patients and reduce the number of people needing treatment in intensive care units.
Yeah, but they've got to make up their bloody minds. They were telling us we couldn't use it, and now we can use it. Okay, we'll save that for the inquiry. Let's go with it. Ibuprofen's going to help. I'm not going to.
There you go. So,
by the way, can we all just stop and say hello to Lynn, please?
hello.
Hi,
How are you? I hope that you're well. Oh, we've got a phone call, folks. We've got a phone call already.
And hello to Doug Patterson as well.
Hello, you're going live on the Armchair Anarchists. Who is this, please?
Can't hear.
Is anybody there? Doug rang off. They'll ring back. Ring back if you want to ring back. Yeah, it's all right. Ring back. Oh, no, they're ringing back. Hello, you're on Armchair Anarchists Live. Who is this, please?
Hello.
Any heavy breathing?
Is anybody there? I just did.
Hello.
I just did.
It's
35.
hang it up.
Now.
What
Doesn't
did you
want
hear?
to say anything.
Oh, it's Jordan Dwayne Turner. He said he can't hear us.
Look at Orel smiling now.
Jordan, here's what I do. Jordan, here's what I do, brother. Do you know what I'd do if I was you, brother? Do you know what I'd do if I was you? I would send your email to Orel Muirs, and then when we come to do the quiz in a short while, you can come and join us on the quiz live on Skype. If you send Orel your email details right now.
Skype download on the computer or mobile.
Try again. Let's try. Let's see. Let's see. Hello.
Hello.
That one.
Anyway, let's forget about that for a minute.
Anyway,
if you want to join the
let's forget about the
Skype
phone call
call,
for a minute.
hold on. If you want to join the Skype call, just download Skype if you haven't already got it, and then just add this email here on screen onto Skype. Don't email me, don't email anybody else, but add that onto Skype, and then you can join the call.
Okay, did you get that, folks? Whatever Joel just said then. He's put the link down below for your email.
Lee,
yes.
Can you post your pictures on the Armchair Anarchist page, please, of London?
What, right now?
Not right now,
later.
but the pictures that you did of London when it is quiet.
Yeah, I'll do that on the Armchair Anarchist page later on. I will do that later on.
Okay,
So listen, back to the news. Listen to this. This is really interesting, folks. Ian, Mitchell, you're going to like this one as well. Say hello to Daniel Donnelly, by the way.
Hi, Daniel.
Listen at this, boys.
Daniel Donnelly.
Hackers steal secrets from the US nuclear missile contractor. Get your head around this. Cyber extortionists have stolen sensitive data from a company which supports the US Minuteman III nuclear deterrent. The Minuteman is like it's an ICBM missile. Hackers have stolen confidential documents from a US military contractor which provides critical support for the country's Minuteman III nuclear deterrent, Sky News has learned. After gaining access to Westtech International's computer network, the criminals encrypted the company's machines and began to leak documents online to pressure the company to pay extortion. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. That could start World War III. That is fucking crazy.
And with what's happening with China and the US and everybody else.
China. The next bit of news, folks. Coming up after the pandemic. When will that be? Arel, was that a Manchester? Show us that cup again. I thought that was a Manchester City cup. Then I thought our friendship was over.
Manchester Cup.
I thought it was a Manchester City cup. Daniel Donnelly knows what we're talking about.
Daniel Donnelly.
With entering vehicles.
Manchester United, is it true, isn't in Manchester?
No,
Yes,
it's next door.
Yes, it is in Manchester, but the training ground is bordering on Salford. Or it used to be. The Cliff used
I
to
thought Manchester United was at Trafford.
be. No, it's Old Trafford.
Old Trafford. I thought that was a different place to Manchester.
No, it's shut up, Chrissy.
They've got their own council.
You've got the wrong fucking mindset, mate.
Have they
That's
got
what
their
you've
own
got.
council, Old Trafford?
I don't know the details, brother. Don't the Mancunian.
Really? Yes, you do. You're from
No,
there.
I don't. No, I don't. Whatever.
Oh my
Move
God.
in.
Girls,
I'm
girls,
gonna
girls.
ask
calm
Lynn,
down.
is Old Trafford, do they have a separate council to Manchester?
No.
Oh, Lynn,
No.
you're very, very low. Very hard.
Listen. After the pandemic, are we ready, boys? After the pandemic, 1.7 million unknown viruses have the potential to infect humans. Dr. Peter Daszak tells Sky News that we must learn the lessons of the coronavirus pandemic and stop the next outbreak at source, which they won't. They won't. You know what I mean? Our leading scientist has warned that animals have almost 2 million viruses with the potential to infect humans. So there you go. Get ready for the next one. Get ready for the next one.
By the way, Trafford,
We have a phone call. Ismail, hang about.
Trafford do have their own council.
Hello, you're talking to the Armchair Anarchists. Hello, Mel.
Hello. Hi, it's Melanie. I just want to correct us, Chrissy darling.
Thank you, darling.
Manchester United might be in the Trafford Borough, but it's still Greater Manchester. So we are Greater Manchester United.
Yeah, Mel.
Thank you, Mel.
Mel.
Thank you, Mel.
Mel,
Thank you,
I'm
Mel.
aware of Manchester, Greater Manchester.
And just another thing.
Trafford
This morning
Manchester.
on the internet, it said that aspirin was the cure for the coronavirus. I'm going down.
All right, listen, Mel. Maybe in a you want to come and join us for Arel's quiz?
Yeah, I got Mel on Skype.
I've got a new phone, so I'm trying to set my Skype up.
Set your Skype up now, and we'll come back to you in a short while, my darling. I love you.
All right, love you.
Bye. So for our last bit of news this week, folks, before we move on.
Moving on up,
Are you ready?
moving on up, let's go like a
Oh my God!
Yeah,
You
no.
waited for that, Kieran, isn't it? You really waited for that to say.
Say hello to our divining boys.
Manchester United are, they're still rubbish.
Yeah, but you know what? He likes Liverpool, so
I
he's
know.
allowed. You know what I mean? Bless him.
Who
God
we
bless
say
him.
hello to?
Andy Vining, say hello to Andy Vining, boys.
Andy!
Andy Vining! How you doing, my good brother? Daniel, Jordan, Dwayne Turner says, as soon as I get sorted with these clubs, I'll arrange it around Wednesday because I'll come on the live. Well done, you. Say hello to Matthew John.
Oh, by the way,
Hello,
Lee,
Matthew John.
there was some breaking news then. Did anybody see it? See breaking news.
Yeah.
Oh, fortunately, I didn't find a new suspect in case of.
I didn't see it. No, what was it?
I don't. Go on, Arel.
There is Madeleine McCain, German prisoner identified as a suspect, a 43 years old German prisoner who traveled around Portugal in a camper van, is now focus of Scotland Yard investigation.
What?
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Yeah. Police
Wow.
believe he was in the area where the 3 years old was last seen in May 2007. So they are appealing for information about the van and the suspect, other than vehicle, the Jaguar.
Here's the thing. So, that after so much time, Scotland Yard are still so intensively searching for this child. Now, here's the thing. That shows you the power of the media. Because how many children have gone missing in this period of time, right? And how many children have just been put on the, on that register where it's like, oh, right, we're never going to see them again. But Madeleine McCann, you know what I mean? All this time and they're still fiercely searching for this.
I think just a bit of difference is that normally when kids go missing, they normally go missing with the other parent. It's like an estranged parent.
Right.
Usually. But in this case, obviously Madeleine can, we know the circumstances. But that's just one little reason why. But it's a bit odd how so much money and effort, don't get me wrong, it's right, because if it's your kid, you'd want it to go.
Oh, I wouldn't stop till the day I died.
It's a bit.
It's a bit strange, isn't it?
It is. I wish that case would get resolved. I wish it really would, because if they are innocent,
if they're innocent, man, let me tell you what, there's an awful lot of people going to be having to hold their hands up and fucking, and you know, really seriously have to question themselves, because everyone has said that the parents were to blame for that. You know what I mean? They had all sorts of different. But breaking news, folks. There you go. They've got a new lead on the Madeleine McCann case, and looking for, what was it, Errol? Tell us that again.
Mel is defending Manchester United.
No. But tell us what was it? Just tell us the breaking news again. What is it that said? What is it that said about the Madeleine McCann case?
Sorry, I was having a good time reading the comment between the fight between Kieran and Mel. Basically.
Oh really?
The breaking
Kieran
news
will lose.
Madeleine McCann, the girl that disappeared in 2007. So they have now a suspect, a German.
Wow, that's amazing.
They've got another suspect. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what? I hope they find the bastard, to be honest with you, and string the fucker up by his fucking bollocks. That's what I say. But in the meantime, say hello to Chrissy. A guy called Andy Lomax is saying hello to you.
Oh my God, Andy Lomax. Hi, Andy. Andy, he used to work at Essential. He was the photographer, the first photographer.
Oh, okay.
And he used to do all the graphics and everything for the website. That amazing website is Andy Lomax's doing.
No, I remember Andy Lomax.
Yeah, of course you do.
I knew the name rung a bell. Yeah. And also Matthew John, who says, who needs the BBC right now? You don't need the BBC, Matthew, because you've got the Armchair Anarchists here. Breaking news as it happens.
Oh, yes, Matthew.
On the fucking beat. And here's another news item for you, boys and girls. Just have a listen to this one. Are you ready? The last one, a pair was hired for a man's broom sexual fantasy. Huh? Turns up, a pair hired for man's broom sexual fantasy turn up in the bedroom at the wrong address with machetes after appearing in an unsuspecting resident's bedroom with knives at 6:15 in the morning. The duo accepted their mistake, saying, "Sorry, mate." The two men snuck into a bedroom with machetes after being hired to carry out a stranger's sexual fantasy of being tied up in his underwear and stroked with a broom, only to discover that they got the wrong address.
That's like a grinder date.
The pair from Sydney, Australia made their apologies and left the startled victim's bedside as soon as they realised their mistake. Can you imagine? You imagine being the person in that? You're there, you're just chilling out, you've just watched like BBC News for 3 hours and you're watching, I don't know, an episode of Kilroy. And the next thing is the door bursts open, two guys are there stood there with machetes and a brush.
Yeah, explain that one in court.
You just sat there like that in bed with your underpants on like that thinking, shit, what's happened here? And then they go, "Sorry, mate," and they just walk out again. Awful. Well, there you go. That's the news this week. Before we move on to the quiz, boys, we've got to address the elephant in the room here. What's happened in the past week? We can't ignore it, can we? We've got to talk about it. And I'd like to get your views on it, and I'd also like to get the public's views on this too. George Floyd.
Well,
I mean, what's the thoughts on this? I'll let. In fact, Joel, let's start with you, brother. What are your thoughts on this?
It's such a wide-ranging subject. I mean, where do you start?
Well, I'll tell you, start at the point where, you know, if you think about it...
Well, do you want me to start?
Go on, Chris, you start. You go, Chris, you go start.
Right, just go to the bear event. There's a man, regardless of whatever, you know, his background, anything, had somebody's knee on his throat, on his neck, choking that man to death.
Well, it's a specific kind of choke.
So, yes, it was a specific kind of choke. But what I'm saying is, right, regardless of whatever he'd done, on the spectrum of good to bad, that man was being executed on camera. On camera.
He was murdered.
He was executed on camera. And the thing is, the other police officers stood by and let him do it. And the man was pleading for his life, dying.
He was crying for his fucking mum in the end.
And they let him die. Now, listen, you can't. There's no argument against what happened. You know, they did wrong. They murdered that man, and they have to be accountable to it. This is the bad thing. This is the really fucking bad thing. It took, even though it took a world once again, outrage from the public before that man, that officer,
was arrested.
Yeah, and it's the thing as well.
And
Chris,
that is a really fucking annoying thing. It's a disregard. And do you know what? Let me just go on a bit of a rant. Get the soapbox. Soapbox ready?
Get your soapbox. Get your soapbox.
Yes. Now, this is the thing. In the past, when people have mentioned Black Lives Matter, I was sick to fucking death of people going, oh, all lives matter. Yeah, they do fucking matter. But when a disproportionate amount of people are dying in circumstances, then that's why we hone in on them. Black Lives Matter. It's the same as when people used to say, oh, gay pride. What about straight pride? Oh, black pride. What about white pride? Well, we're focusing in because there's a reason. With Black Lives Matter, if you're in America and you are black in America, even in this country, not so much now, but it used to be terrible in this country. If you was black and you saw the police, you were scared. The police are there to help us. In America, you are scared if you're black because you don't know what the fuck those people are going to do to you. And that's the thing. It's the tipping point. People are going on saying, oh, well, yeah, people are looting. And yeah, they are fucking looting. They are looting because they're at the end of their freaking tether. You're going out, you want the police to look after you, to protect you, and they're not doing it because people think they've got a right to be able to do what the fuck they want to you. And it is not the case, and people have had enough, and people are going to fight for it. So I'm just saying.
Well said, my brother. I couldn't disagree with anything you guys. I mean, the only thing I'd add to that, but before I've got anything to add, Arel, what are your thoughts on it, brother?
Well, we got in a point where literally we don't understand anymore people from America at all, because that man maybe had a piece of paper that is I don't know, I think it was $20 or $10 or $2 who's been forged apparently, who literally been arrested, and that guy who had 12 complaints against him for using his power against of any person who is black. The color of the skin was either black, Muslim, either Latino, whatever. Only is not American, a white American.
Not white.
Not white. And this man literally, no one done anything because, well, let's face it, he's a white police officer. Yeah. The other nation, other people from different backgrounds, from different parts of the world doesn't matter anymore, because the real Americans are the white ones. Not black, not Latino, not Asian, not Muslim, no one. So the fact that this guy had 12 complaints and the authorities, they just turned their head like that and say nothing.
Yeah.
And he reached this point, he had to kill someone, which was a black man who literally begged for his own life after he said to, in the front of the camera, Mom, I love you, brother, I love you, sister, or whatever. And then he started to say, to please for his life, that I need to breathe, I can't breathe, in order to take action against of this man. And literally, you have an Asian police officer, apparently they accept him, that just literally...
It's on the video, you see him, he stood there. And you can tell he's uncomfortable. You can tell the man is uncomfortable.
Standing over there and doesn't allow anyone else to approach his colleague in order to save that man life. He was reaching after his spray, whatever he's got over there. And others too, that they were next to that officer who's literally killed that man, did nothing. And apparently when the paramedics arrived over there to check that guy if he's still alive or not, that officer refused to take his knee from his throat. So literally, we become in an era where this has gone too far, where the police, for them, doesn't matter anything, just to be racist against of minorities people in the United States.
It's been like this for a long time.
The highest level.
The thing is, it's not them going to. This is an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
It's another episode in a horrific series.
Yeah.
It's been going on for hundreds of
Absolutely.
years in America.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, the difference between now and then is now we've got cameras and we can show it on camera. We couldn't show it before so much, apart from like Rodney King, certain people. But now it all gets shown. So these people who are committing these crimes, as in the police, can't get away with it as much, because then what happens is there's a big public outcry. Then they get arrested. Then something happens for the good or the bad. It's ridiculous.
It's been happening for 100 years or more.
It's the thing. I mean, just going back to the actual incident itself. The thing about the incident itself was there's these details, important details that have been left out slightly. So when the guy was, I mean, I saw the actual feed. I saw the actual entire. I seen the entire video. Right now, 10 minutes. It was just short of 9 and 3/4 minutes. So call it 10 minutes. The guy was knelt on his neck. Now here's the thing. The choke that he was placed in is quite simply the most horrific form of torture you can imagine. Imagine if you can, if you drown, if you're drowning, which is one of the most horrific deaths you could possibly experience. It's like being burnt to death, drowning or burning to death. Horrific kinds of torture, because suffocating. The difference with this is when you're drowned, you're underwater, you've got no air. You breathe water in, and then for a short period of time, it's the most horrific kind of pain, and then it's over, you're dead. The thing about this was, it's like being drowned for a bit, just the point of death, then pulled back out the water, being able to gasp a breath of air, and then bang you back in it again. That's what that choke is like, because you can still breathe slightly, but only short, until you slowly suffocate. So over the 10 minutes that he was knelt on him, that man went through such horrific torture. Now, I don't care about his background, I don't care what he's done. The people were filming it. This is the key. So when the police, when he was taken away and he was dead, the police force that he worked for, they retrieved the video footage that showed the actual incident. They only got one camera's footage, and the immediate statement that they put out after it, going off the video footage that they'd seen, was the video footage that they captured only showed him behind the car, so you couldn't actually see what was being done, right? So they issued a statement saying that he resisted arrest, and therefore he was subdued by the officer. So that on that basis, it was justified. What they didn't realise is that the news agencies went to all the other shops that were nearby, and they found 2 other camera angles that show quite clearly from behind the car that he posed no resistance whatsoever. This was just outright fucking aggression on the side of the police officer.
What did the autopsy say? What did the official autopsy say? That he didn't die of asphyxiation or anything.
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious? And then the family did a private autopsy done that showed that he did die of asphyxiation.
Absolutely. So first off the bat, you've got immediately what you've got this, and I'm bringing these details up for a key reason. It shows that you talk about institutional racism. Well, if there's ever more a clear signal of institutional racism, the first reaction of that police force was to cover it up. Cover it up. He resisted arrest. He's a black man. He's a big black man. He's got a criminal record. He resisted arrest. Therefore, it was necessary for him to be subdued. It was unfortunate what happened, and then it was shown that wasn't the case. That's number one. That's institutional racism at its best. But the second bit is that because of the age of when Rodney King was beaten to near death by those police officers that sparked the LA riots way back in the 90s, right? That was because it was captured on a television news. Someone captured it on an early form of a video camera, and then a news agency got hold of it, and it exploded and it caused riots. The thing that's about this is that this is about social media right now. There was 5 phones there filming this, and that's why it went viral. If those people hadn't had phones at that particular moment in time, we'd never know who George Floyd was. We'd never know who the guy was. And that's number 2. It's a sign of the times in terms of, just bear with me 1 second. It's a sign of the times in terms of social media. But the most important thing of all is just the point you made earlier, Chris, is the idea that people, the fact that upsets me the most, it upsets me personally, brother, is the fact that people have to put hashtag Black Lives Matter. And that, like you said, Chris, earlier, rightly so, you said before that, people say White Lives Matter too, and everyone's fucking lives matter. The only difference is the fact you've got to remind people that a certain element of those people's lives matter. That's the difference. Imagine hashtag White Lives Matter. It looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
You see, of course, people are going to look at you and go, well, of course white lives matter.
Kids are taught in school that there are different races within the world, but actually there's only one race, and that's the human
There's only one race.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
The fact that people are taught that there's different races in school, maybe that should be from schools is where it starts. What you're taught from your parents in schools is where racism starts.
But I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you a really good thing that's happening at the moment is, and I am really impressed by the way the general public is actually getting behind this now.
Yeah, and that's
it's amazing, absolutely amazing.
I implore anyone watching this our broadcast tonight, and I implore anyone that looks at my Facebook or anything. This is a moment, right? Listen, it's a moment where it's been exposed. It's horrific, and it's beyond. It's appalling what we had to see, right? But if his life is going to be worth anything, if the outrage that people should now voice and show to hopefully just really come on, this can't carry on like this, folks. It can't carry on like this. Do you know what Joel just said then about racism being it's not taught in schools. It's something that because we're all one race. Glendora, right? Glendora posted a post, and I thought it was absolutely beautiful because what she basically said was, she said that she had a best friend when she was a child who lived facing her in like a block of flats, and they used to play together all the time. And whenever she came home from school, and it was just the best mate. It later on when they went to the same school, and this was before this was like junior school, whatever. But when they moved into junior school, there was a day or something where they were in the playground together, and someone in the playground pointed out to Glendora that person was of a different ethnic background to her. Up to that point, she didn't even fucking know. It was only when it was pointed out that it became at a point. For me personally, the fact that people have got to be reminded that Black Lives Matter is upsetting in the year 2020. Fucking the Me Too movement, which women getting empowered. Well, this is silly now. This is silly now. We've had a black president of the United fucking States, for fuck's sake. We shouldn't have to be reminded that Black Lives Matter. It was a disgrace, and it needs to be fucking called out for what it is, in my opinion.
Well, you asked the question a minute ago, what's going to happen? Well, protests have taken place over decades, and what has happened? So what's going to happen again?
Well, I would suggest to you that what's going on now is I've never known so many people as now who are really committed to this, who are really supporting this, who are horrified by this, who are really You look at that Black Lives Matter march today, you see how many non-black people were on that march, white people, everybody.
Absolutely.
It was amazing, absolutely amazing how many people.
Fucking rightly so.
No,
you know what, brother? The term amazing, I don't mean this as a criticism of the term amazing. I agree, it is amazing, but it shouldn't be amazing.
No, it shouldn't
should just be.
It is now, and it hasn't been in the past. We've all seen those arguments. People going, what about white lives? What about all lives matter? What I'm saying is, the mentality now is, people have had enough. Everybody's had enough of that.
Fucking right. Fucking right, man. Because you know what, brother? You know what? Here's the thing, brothers and sisters out there, and my brothers here on the Armchair Anarchists. The thing is, racism is here. It might be behind a closed door nowadays. It might be a little bit more hush, but it's still ingrained. If you look at the past election in this country, what was the key fucking Brexit? What was the main focal point of Brexit? It was racism. Immigration, exactly. And what is the main focal point of Trump being fucking voted into power? Fucking race. It's still there. Racism is there. It's ingrained, and it needs to be fucking brought up like this, and it needs to be fucking screamed from every fucker. Everyone should be as annoyed. We've got a phone call here, boys.
We reformed about education and how people are brought up.
We have a phone call here, boys.
Is a big one. Yeah, go.
Hello. You're on Armchair Anarchists. Who are we speaking to?
It's Jordan. All
right, Jordan. How you doing, brother?
Jordan.
Ralph's face.
Ralph's face is lit up here, Jordan. Look at him. He's got his tongue out and everything.
I think I'm watching it on the television. I think it's a bit behind.
Yes,
a bit behind. Yeah. No, it's a slight lag. It's a slight lag. It's because. So
I'm ringing. I think with all this, I think with all the looting going on, I think it's just going to infatuate for the police to use their advantage to kill more black people.
Yeah, well, there you go, bro. That's the thing, isn't it? That's the fucking thing. I mean, looting. I mean, no one agrees with looting, do they? No one agrees with looting.
But why are the people doing it?
No, but these are people who are taking advantage of the situation. They're not there for the cause.
That's exactly. Jordan's rung off. Nice one, Jordan. Good point, well made. I think too that there's a good chance that, especially when you got Trump. When you've got Trump in charge, you've got the chance that martial law is going to be imposed and they're going to start firing fucking bullets, man. Do you know what I mean? The man's an idiot.
Took again thousands and thousands of National Guard into various states. He's virtually forcing the governors to bring in the National Guard. So there's military on the streets. He's severing ties with China. He's sending fleets into the China Sea.
World Health Organization.
He's cut ties totally with the World Health Organization.
Yep, and cut all funding. And also, he's also removed himself. He's removed himself as well, Joe. Sorry, this ties in with we were talking earlier in the news item about the Minuteman missile hack and all that. He's also removed himself from the proliferation treaty, which basically means now that they can just. The idea is that they want to build their nuclear arsenal back up to greater levels pre-Cold War, which is fucking scary. Trump is a complete and utter puppet, muppet, twat, bellend. We hate him. In fact, my mate came up with a brilliant fucking phrase for him last night, and he said, Trump is just an orange crayon-chewing bollock, and I think that is just perfection. Anyway, folks, let us know what you think. Let us know your thoughts. We've also got a few shout-outs to give out before we move on to our quiz, which is going to be hosted by Arel III. That's who mistaken for.
Arel II from the Bronx.
He's from the Bronx. We've got a few shout-outs, and we've got Matthew John, we've got Fiona Cunliffe. Hey, Fiona. Apparently, Ian Mitchell is telling us that Obama is live on Sky at 10 o'clock tonight. Oh, that should be interesting. Yeah. That should be interesting. So let's have a look at that, folks. I'll be watching that too. Tony Power says hello all. Hello, Tony Power.
Hi, Tony. He's got power.
Tony says, with regards to what we were speaking about, he said the trouble is also this officer will probably be found guilty of third-degree murder rather than first. That's a very good point. Yeah. But I tell you what, here's the thing: because of the riots and because of the unrest in America at the moment, I think there'll be a few people worrying. Well, if we don't get him nailed on first-degree murder, then this country's going to fucking explode in a massive fucking fire. Do you know what I mean? Just my thoughts. Mel says, Joel, turn your mic up a little bit.
Yes, I've just got a couple of messages and I've just turned my mic up. So if it's louder for people, just let me know.
And Tony Power says, you guys made an important point. People have actually seen it happen with their own two eyes, and it can't be covered up. Yeah. And the thing is, they will still vote for him in another term. And Peter Rothwell, hello Peter Rothwell from all of us. The treatment of the Windrush generation should have brought the UK government and the establishment to its knees, begging for forgiveness, and all they got was some feeble apology and compensation. Shame on them. Well said, my brother.
And this is why I say this is just an episode.
Yes,
in our whole catalogue.
Let's hope that it becomes more. Let's hope that people are so outraged.
Going back to Trump being, voted in for a second term, don't you think that every single black person or anybody who is on the right side of morality here would vote against Trump, and so he wouldn't get the vote?
You'd hope so.
Is there enough people against him now?
You'd hope so. This is down to the Democratic Party. This is down to Democrats. Biden is no match for Trump, in my opinion. Plus, I'm not being funny, but Biden's as bent as fuck anyway. But that's a side issue. But Biden is no match for Trump, and I don't see Biden beating Trump in an American election. That's my opinion. I don't see it. But it's down to Democrats. They either capitalise on this scenario. That sounds a really awful thing to say. But what I mean is they either fucking highlight this and get the African American voting community out on their fucking in their hordes, screaming from the rooftops with the ballot fucking paper, voting against this man who stood there with that outside that evangelical church with that fucking Bible, just inciting race. Do you know what I mean?
Didn't you see George Floyd's was it brother or father or something like close relative giving a speech in an interview? And he was saying how he was really enticing people to just vote. If you want to do something, don't go out onto the streets and cause violence or loot.
Vote.
But you've just got to get out there and vote this administration out.
Yes, my brother. It's like people clapping for the NHS in this country during this pandemic. Clap away, folks. And I'm the empathy and the sentiment involved, I completely agree with. But the big problem is fucking means nothing. When you fucking really want to make your point, do it with that fucking cross in a box. The Tories have underfunded the NHS for so long. I'm not taking it away, by the way, from what the point we're talking about. I'm saying you either make your point when you vote, or you just fucking go out and you do feeble attempts to fucking show that it's bullshit, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But anyway, yeah, folks, let us know what you think. And also, don't forget, you can... hang on, we've got a couple of messages here as well. Bobby Baker says, Biden, the left cheek to the same arse that Trump is right one too. I agree. I don't think Biden is one. I don't think he's a suitable candidate. And two,
what was his name? The other one. What was his name? The other guy who got the older guy, and that was.
Oh yeah.
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders was. He was just railroaded completely out, just like he was in the last election. But Bob also says, Tony Powell says, the trouble is, the betting seems to suggest that Trump is well ahead. It's all about the economy and nothing to do with people's lives and personal interests. Yes, Tony, I agree, but the economy's on its fucking knees in America right now due to the coronavirus. And look how poorly it's dealt with that. What are your thoughts, boys?
No, I agree.
Well, about Tony says the trouble is that the betting seems to suggest that Trump is well ahead. I'm not too sure about that because I've seen different polls. But anyway, maybe you're right.
Yeah.
It's all about the economy.
It all depends on the turnout of the public. It just does.
Yeah.
And that Middle America, they're a different species altogether.
Well, it's not Middle America. You got it's the Rust Belt. It's the blue collar workers in America.
Yeah, but that whole swathe of Middle America, those rednecks and the Bible Belt people and all those people, they all vote for Trump.
Yeah.
And they all vote for him for alternative reasons.
Yeah, because he stops up the race card with them every time. That's what I'm saying about the ingrained racism. Not just in America, it's the same in this country. There's no question about it. It's still there.
Yeah.
Of course it is. The far right's on the rise right the way across Europe. Why is that? Because of race. It's because of
insecurity.
Well, and also because of mass migration and stuff like that. Because of wars that have been started by the West and other countries. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, folks, let us know what your thoughts are. Yeah, we started wars in the Middle East, causing people to fucking having to migrate right the way across Africa. They're coming on the shores of Europe, and then people are suddenly going, no, we don't want none of this.
Yeah.
This is what we've created, folks. So
in fact, I saw an interview with somebody, and they said, "Well, you stole us from our homeland. You brought us over here. You plucked us from Africa, brought us over here, turned us into slaves, and taught us your ways. And now you're having a go at us for trying to rebel against you."
Well, absolutely, there is a point. No, there is a point of that. I mean, the thing is, this is whole point. In America, you've got African Americans. Well, who the hell says European Americans?
Mm-hmm.
Who? There you go. So the African Americans what did they do? Win a holiday? Oh, come on a cruise? No, they were forced into doing it, forced into slavery for hundreds of years, and still haven't got justice over there or equality.
And also, no one agrees. Of course, nobody agrees with mass looting and stuff like that. Of course not. But it's the thing is that we've seen peaceful protests through Martin Luther King, and what happened to Martin Luther King? He ended up getting shot by a white man. Then you had Malcolm X, and then you had Malcolm X who had a different turn on it, and he was saying no, fight fire with fire. Do you know what I mean? And Malcolm X, what happened to Malcolm X? And then you had the Black Panther movement, who came out in force and showed force. What happened to the Black Panther movement? The CIA, and it's been proven since. This isn't conspiratorial. It's been proven since. The CIA flooded the ghettos of New York and other places with crack cocaine. This has been proven, folks. This isn't conspiratorial. Go and have a look for yourself. And it completely and utterly neutralised the entire Black Panther movement, which was gathering a lot of force and a lot of pace. So they've seen every kind of protest that they can, whether it be sitting down on a bus and refusing to move, or whether it be Martin Luther King. It's not working, folks. It's not working. So what's the next step? I don't know.
Somebody from the CIA said yesterday or earlier today that the scenes that are being seen in America with all this uprising and protesting and rebelling are scenes that they've witnessed in other countries that have then collapsed. And that was from CIA.
Well, do you know what, brother? That's a really, really interesting statement. I'll tell you why. Because if there's anything in America that will cause an internal collapse, it's gonna be race. Because it is race in America is the same as class is in Britain. The class system in Britain, you know, the way the class system, the way the class system works in Britain, the way it's ingrained between the working classes and the establishment, it's exactly the same in America, where it's race. That's their Achilles heel, because they've never dealt with it. It's always been brushed under the carpet. They've just progressively sort of pretended that it's getting better and it's getting better, and it's not got better. And we've just seen it with our own eyes. Nothing's getting better about it. It's the same old. Rodney King in the 90s, fucking George Floyd 2 weeks ago getting fucking knelt to death in front of people for 10 minutes by some fucking white fucking. Didn't you? Do you know what else got my tits about that? The people filming it. If I was stood there, man, I'm telling you right fucking now, and I'm not trying to sound hard, there's no fucking way I would have been able to stand there watching that man crying for his mother, knowing he's dying, and not just jump all over that fucking copper's head. The problem
is though, Lee, if you'd have done that, you'd probably been shot by the other ones.
Fuck it, I'd have risked it, mate.
Well,
I'd have risked it because you can't stand there and watch someone be.
I absolutely understand. I would have probably done the same, but I'm just saying that's the thing with the police over there, is they are just crazy.
Yeah, they'll shoot
but you know
first
what?
and ask questions later.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Well, you know what? The thing is that there's enough people there. He was reaching for his mace. I would not have been able to stand there and film it. Yeah. And I had to jump on his fucking head. I'd risk jail, do you know what I mean? But you can't stand there and watch someone be fucking murdered in front of your eyeballs. No, it's not happening. But anyway, listen, we've got a few more messages and then we'll move on. But anyway, nice one. And if you've got any points you want to make yourself, folks, please feel free, give us a ring. Or we're going to be doing our quiz next. Ian Mitchell said, sorry, I had to mute for 10 minutes. My daddy's out of hospital at last, back now. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad your dad's out of hospital. Nice one, Ian. Well done. And Tony Power says, I think we need to have another Day of the Jackal, but not in France this time, in America. I couldn't agree more. But the Day of the Jackal, brother, he missed. Yeah. Let's hope he doesn't this time, eh?
So,
Allegedly.
moving on to quiz time.
Moving on to Arel the Third, not to be mistaken for
Arel
the Second from the Bronx.
Over to you, my quiz master brother. And anyone who wants to join us on this quiz, if you just, Joe, what do they have to do?
They just have to go onto Skype and then add the email address on screen onto Skype, and then I'll get the notification and you can join.
Ian Mitchell, join us.
Did your daddy give you that T-shirt?
Sorry?
Did your daddy give you that T-shirt?
Yeah, why?
Because it says New York.
Ian Mitchell says, I hear your passion, Lee, but Chrissy is right. I'm cheers, brother. I don't know. I don't think me and Chrissy have actually disagreed on anything on this topic whatsoever. I think we totally joined at the hip on this.
So thank you though, because
absolutely, yeah,
we're symbiotic.
So what quiz have you got for us?
Go on, Arel, we're over to you.
Yes, we have 15 questions.
Ooh,
and I'm trying to bring Mel to our conversation, but apparently she's not available.
Oh, okay.
Ian Mitchell, come and join us on our quiz, and we can discuss. Send Joel the get Skype and give him your email, and come and join us on screen. Anyone wants to join us on screen? Join us now. Let us know before our quizmaster Arel the Third, with his wonderful hairdo and his New York City T-shirt there, and he's got a really good time.
Arel speaks Urdu.
No, why should I speak Urdu for?
Well, that's what Lee's just said.
How very talented of you, Arel.
But Arel does speak. Arel speaks. Arel, how many languages do you speak, brother?
English, Spanish, Romanian.
Yeah.
He is not speaking yet.
Arel, you speak Transylvanian.
Yeah. Only if it's red.
Arel, do you like to drink the blood of a virgin?
Of course.
Oh.
Of course.
As long as a virgin.
Oh, well, me, I'm a virgin.
Ian Mitchell has tried to join us twice, by the way.
On Skype.
Joel, do you want to tell him again? Ian, if you're
If you've got Skype, just go to Add Friends, type in my email, and then click Add.
Oh. Oh, go on, Ian
yes.
Mitchell.
Okay, I can see him now. I can see him.
There we go.
I can see it in your eyes.
So, folks, we're now going to be having Ian Mitchell join us.
Which one? Because I see.
Hold on.
Is the one with the glasses?
I think he has got glasses, yeah. Bobby Baker has said, by the way, folks. Bobby Baker has said the candidates should be asked to present a feasible plan on how to fix America's racism while stimulating the economy into one that everyone benefits from. Yes, brother, that would make a decent politician. Unfortunately, there aren't any of them about. So let's hope that happens, eh? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I can't see it happening too quickly, but let's hope. We all don't.
Apparently it's the one with the glasses. Let me see if it is. So let me.
Mel said she can't do it for some reason. I don't know why. She can't do it.
Yeah, well, she can do. We can do anything.
But anyway, folks. In the meantime, did we all see the rocket launch?
Yes.
Yeah.
We all saw SpaceX take new astronauts into space on behalf of the American government.
Like this.
Stephen Dawson saw it. I know he did.
Oh.
They're up there now. I wonder if they're socially distancing.
Everyone says hello to Ian Mitchell.
Hello.
Ian Mitchell.
Whoa.
Hey, got my teeth in, by the way.
Hi, Ian. How you doing, my brother? Are you well, my friend? I'm glad to hear about your dad.
He's well. I'm glad he's out of hospital finally.
Ian,
Well, I'm glad. Well, do you want to go around? We can't see you though, Ian.
His camera off.
Hang on.
Turn your camera on.
Oh,
Mate.
you want to get on live now? Just say yes or no.
Oh,
We
Ian.
have time.
Sandra Roberts. Sandra Roberts. Hello, Sandra. How you doing? Hope you got the CD that I sent you through Mel. This is Darren Roberts' mum, Sandra Roberts.
This is who?
Darren's mum.
Darren's mum.
Darren. Yeah. Say hello.
Oh, hi there. How you doing?
Hi, Sandra. Also, Tony Power has said that on the rocket launch, on the subject of the rocket launch, boys, that was Dominic Cummings heading off on another route to the dentist.
No, this time he's going to check again his eyes to see if he's able to.
Exactly.
But Ian Mitchell, Ian.
Yeah.
I'm loving that light, that pink light behind you.
Oh, in the kitchen.
Gorgeous.
Oh, he's in the kitchen.
Why can't I see?
I was going to stick my teeth in, but I won't bother.
Well, we're not going to need him. It's just the quiz, don't worry. So let's move on to the quiz. Arel, third, not to mistake. Well, I'm going to wait for Joel to
I
start.
had to turn down on the telly.
Right.
Where have I gone?
I think we can start if you want.
I can't.
All right, over to you, Arel. Quizmaster, over to you.
First questions is about the Queen.
Queen.
How about the Queen?
Yeah.
Her
Queen.
Majesty, I
Queen.
should stand. Hold on, we should stand. For
Right,
this.
should we all stand? Are you wearing shorts today, Joel?
I'm wearing nothing.
It's already clocked that.
We're having a short. We're having the shorts off.
Yes.
Just for Ian Mitchell, by the way, because Ian Mitchell's a big fan of your shorts.
I can't see anybody, by the way.
Oh, SDP. Hello. Oh, you're in the car.
More people joining the call. Right, okay, so what's the question about the Queen?
What happened in 1982 in Queen's life? Happened twice.
What happened twice in 1982?
She had grandchildren.
Diana got married and she had.
In 1982.
Hold on, who got married?
Hang on, who's that?
Is that Danny?
It's Danny.
Right, Danny.
Hi, Danny.
Where are you?
So,
You in London still?
No, I'm in Manchester.
Oh.
right,
I'll be back
Danny,
in
we're on the
London
quiz.
today.
We're on the quiz, Danny. We're on the quiz, bro. We're on the quiz. So, Arel, what was the question again?
Do the quiz. Join in, Danny.
What event happened in 1982 in Queen's life, which happened twice?
The royal wedding was 1981.
R81, yeah.
1982. So was it pregnancies? Not pregnancies.
No, it happened twice.
Fucking pregnancies.
Was it a divorce and marriage?
No.
The Queen in 1982.
Was it an attempt on her life?
No.
Nope.
Prince William was born 1982, but that doesn't. There's only one. Oh, I don't know.
Did she have two prime ministers in that year?
No.
Tony Power boys, has offered up an answer to this question, and he says fire in Windsor Castle.
Fire in Windsor Castle was 92.
92, wasn't
Because
it?
that was the year the Queen described as a nubis horribilis.
Horribilis.
Oh my God, we've got another royalist here. I'm on my own here. I'm on my own.
So no one knows the answer, right?
No.
I've heard about Michael Fagan.
Oh.
Who?
Oh, was that the guy that climbed into a room?
Yes.
That was once.
Twice, actually. It was twice.
Ricky Smith says it's something to do with the Falklands. No, Ricky, it's not to do with the Falklands.
Ian Mitchell, did you know the answer?
No, I didn't.
I didn't either. Danny, you was quite good, Danny, because you're on the ball.
Well, Mel's got it right, because Mel sent a message and Mel said 2 break-ins, so that's a point to Mel. I hope someone's pointing, keeping note. Mel's got it right.
Anyway, carry on. Richard!
Fantastic. Which UK football team has won most of the UEFA Cups, European Super Cups, and League Cups?
Liverpool.
I don't know who.
Liverpool.
Nottingham Forest.
Manchester United.
Liverpool.
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 Arel, do you know what? Arel, yes, it is Liverpool, but I'm not being funny, Arel. I'm not being funny, yeah? I think you need to fucking think carefully about your fucking questions in the future, yeah?
Why?
Otherwise, you're going to set Danny Wall on you.
Because this question is about Kieran. And I'm
Danny's driving while he's playing the quiz, is he?
Yeah,
Danny is.
right.
No, Danny's with somebody else in the
Don't Lee, I want to show you something. Best stadium in the world just over there, Manchester City Football Stadium.
Here's the thing about Manchester
Is it in
Football
Manchester?
Stadium, no, damn it. No, here's the thing about it, Chris. Here's the thing about it. It's fucking council owned.
Oh,
It's
Lee.
owned by fucking city.
Lee, it's in
go on.
Manchester. It's in Manchester. It's not in Trafford.
Well, I think we've covered that, Chrissy. I think you'll find out that Manchester United's ground actually is in.
Manchester United ground.
Manchester United are originally from a place called Newton Heath.
I know. My granddad played for him when they were in Newton Heath. That's why I know. My granddad played for him when they were my granddad played for Manchester United when they were originally Newton Heath.
What?
And Newton
Well,
Heath
Lee, you're
is next
definitely
door.
old enough to remember.
A fucking cheeky cunt. Well, I tell you what, your chin looks old enough to remember as well, from what I can see of it.
Now, you two.
Fucking cheeky cunt.
So listen, Danny, when are you coming down to London?
Yeah, when are you
Tuesday.
coming down to London, Danny?
I'll be there on Tuesday.
Oh, good. Okay.
I'll be fucking waiting for you at Euston Station, you cunt.
Next
Ian.
question, please. Next question. This isn't
Well,
a
next
meeting.
question,
Come
Arel.
on, this is a quiz. Let's go.
Right. In which year, let's see how many gigs we have in here.
Yeah.
Which year was Microsoft XP operating system?
Speak up, Arel. I can't hear you.
Say that again. In which year?
In which year Microsoft XP operating system was introduced?
96.
We've got
You
90
were?
Arel, you know what we should do here? What you should do is go around all the people on this call. So you've got me, Danny, Ian, Chris, Joel. When you ask the question, go around everyone and ask everyone their answer, so that someone don't come and then tell us who's right. So over to you, Danny.
1998.
1998. We've got Tony Power saying 1976 online here.
What's the question? I didn't hear.
Yeah, I didn't
No,
hear the
I
question.
don't even know the
Which
question
year
about Microsoft.
was Microsoft XP operating system released?
I
XP.
don't know.
XP, yeah.
XP.
XP.
Oh, XP.
97.
Ooh.
Yes.
It was 90. No, because there was Microsoft 98 and XP came after. So
well, there was Windows Millennium as well for the 2000s. But...
It's either 99 or
Ian
2001.
Mitchell.
2001.
Ian Mitchell.
2001.
So Danny says 2001.
Yeah, because
Tony.
I said 97.
I think there was a Windows 97 though.
Ian, what's your answer?
There was a Windows 95.
I'm gonna. Ian's answer. Go on, Ian. What's your answer?
2001.
2001. Mel says 2001. Tony Power says 1997. I'm saying 2001.
I say 1999.
Joe?
Well, I said 97 originally, but I'm not sure about that.
I'm saying 2001, me. But...
The right answer is 2001.
Yes! Ian Mitchell, me and Mel.
You know me.
I do know you, but so Mel got it right. I got it right.
Microsoft
right.
XP, not
XP. So yeah, are you keeping score here, Rel? Because I hope you have, because I got that right, and so did Ian, and so did Mel.
Don't worry.
Tony Powell, you got it wrong. You said 1997, but sorry.
Question 3.
Question 3. Now, let me see about my country, what you know.
Huh?
What you know about my country right now. What event happened in May?
I can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
I can speak louder than that, huh?
Yes,
That's better.
It's because Danny's chewing his face off and it's interrupting the mic.
Again. Go on, Rel.
20th century.
Yeah.
What event happened in Romania to change the course?
The dictatorship was removed.
It was
1993.
Ceausescu.
No.
1989.
Which year? You said 1999.
1991.
89.
No, it wasn't. It was 1987 or 86, I think.
It wasn't. The Iron Curtain
Please,
was
what
up.
is your answer?
87.
1990.
1990, you say. Okay. Chrissy.
1991.
Yin.
1989.
Lee. Joe.
1842.
Really?
No. In the 20th century.
1989, removing of Ceausescu.
Yes.
24th December 1989.
I got it right.
And they strung them up. They strung them up by the feet.
Ian got it right.
I should know that. I've been to Romania.
Ah.
Exactly, you should know.
Yeah.
That.
I hope you're ashamed of yourself. Mel said 1991, so Mel, no, so we didn't get that one right. And Tony Powell says it's a fix.
Yes.
This question.
I've got a question here.
Next question, you should know it, Lee.
Go on,
question.
Which year were the Winter Olympics held in a different year to the Summer Games for the first time?
Oh, that would have to be like
freezing up.
Salt Lake City 2002.
No, because the Olympics started 1896. The summer.
Hang on.
So I would say, I don't know. I would say either 1898. 1898.
I ain't got a clue on this one.
What? Lee, your
Time's almost up.
The Summer Olympics,
I think
the Winter Olympics is 2 years away from the Summer Olympics, so 2 years apart.
Right.
It froze. I didn't hear the question.
Which year were the Winter Olympics held in a different year to the Summer Games for the first time?
Oh, right.
Oh, right. 1950. No. It was it wasn't. It was earlier than that because it was something to do with the war. It was 1940 something.
Okay, no worries. Yeah.
43.
No, there was no Olympics in 43. The last
44,
no, there's no Olympics.
No.
There was no Olympics during
was
the war.
It was the Olympics. It was the Olympics before
Quiz.
1941.
No, there's no Olympics during the war, and the Olympics started again 1948.
Your final answer is?
All right, 48 then.
Yeah.
Can I have my guess now?
Yeah. It's your turn.
Okay, it was 2002, and it was the Salt Lake City Winter Olympics.
He's googling it. He's
No, I haven't.
Google it.
But it's not true, though. It's not true.
Because the Sydney Olympics were in 2000, and the Winter
I know,
Olympics
but
3 years later.
they had throughout, even in the 70s, they were always 2 years. The Winter Olympics and the Summer Olympics are 2 years apart.
So, Danny, what is your answer?
My answer is 2002.
Chrissy.
Oh, I go right at the beginning. I'm going to get it wrong, but I'd say 1906.
Yeah.
1948.
Right.
That was
Joe?
that's Summer Olympics.
1952.
No, that was Summer Olympics.
Oh, 1950.
None of you got the answer
1950.
right.
Pardon?
No one got the answer right. Tony
No.
Power says 1944.
No, that was the
Yeah.
war.
It was in
Frozen.
1994.
94?
Hang on.
They were held in Norway.
That
Yep,
was the Spanish one. wasn't it?
Lillehammer.
because the last
Hang on,
was in Norway in 94. And then the next one, it was 2 years later, which was in 1996, followed.
Oh.
Oh.
So the last time when been held together, it was in 91.
What was the answer?
And then 94.
No, I'm sorry, Arel, you're wrong. There was no Olympics in 1991. There wasn't.
There was in 92 in Barcelona.
92, but not 1991. So
Oh,
the
yeah,
Olympics
because
day.
they decided then. Yeah, sorry, my mistake.
1992. Because it's Barcelona's summer.
No.
In the
94.
it was Barcelona in the summer. I watched it.
The
I bet
I
you
was
looked
there.
at it.
I
was
was
in
there 2 weeks
94
before.
in Norway, the
Okay.
winter. And after that, it was held in Atlanta, the summer ones.
1996 was Atlanta.
Yeah, 96.
So what was
yeah.
the
That's my
answer?
speciality.
94.
That was the winter.
94.
There was no summer.
94, folks.
94.
94.
Okay.
So none of you got it. Because they were
No, you didn't get it right either, Arel.
What do you mean 94? I have the answer on my paper.
You said 1992.
You said 94.
94.
We're only on question 3, for fuck's sake. Get on with
I
it.
know. You said 94, Chrissy. Chrissy, you
Eventually
objectionable
did.
little shit. You
Yeah.
said 94.
Do you know what? You can shit the bed again.
That's enough about
Alright.
94. Question 4.
Dum,
Right.
dum,
Question
dum.
4. Which side Vicarage Road?
Who?
Which side of Vicarage Road is the Graham Taylor stand?
What?
Is the what?
Say that again.
Which side of Vicarage Road? North, south, east, west?
Vicarage Road's where
Graham
Watford play.
Taylor stand.
What do you mean?
On the Vicar of Dibley?
Vicarage Road.
Graham Taylor.
Vicarage Road in Birmingham. Vicarage Road in Manchester.
Chris, Vicarage Road is where Watford play football.
Why you asking me a football question?
Vicarage Road. Which? Say that again, Errol. So what side of what side of Vicarage Road? What?
What side of Vicarage Road, north,
Yeah.
south, east, west, is the Graham Taylor stand?
The Graham Taylor stand, right? The Graham Taylor stand.
Oh!
Because Graham Taylor was Watford's manager. Right. I'm with you now. So, and what side of Vicarage Road is the Graham Taylor stand? Yeah.
North, south, east, or west?
Oh, fucking hell, there's a good one. I don't know.
Come on, Ian. We expect you to get the right answer.
Football. Ain't got a clue.
Oh, there you go. That's
I'm going to go west.
Chrissy,
All right, we'll go east.
Chrissy,
No.
North.
Joe,
North.
Danny.
I really don't know.
Well, you've only got
He's
four
just had a
options.
lie.
The only one who got the answer
You
right
got
was
four options, Danny. So just choose one. You daft one.
Northwest.
Oh, there we go.
Where's- Where's Daniel? Is
No.
your
Mel says west.
North. The only one who got the answer right is Lee.
Come
West.
on.
Hold on.
West side.
I think
Hold on, what was it? North? What side was it?
Tell them, though.
Fucking hell.
What stand?
Oh, come on. People with football, you don't have...
Are you the Lee that punches angry cyclists in Brighton?
Shut up, dickhead. Shut up.
Right, the next question. Who's watching The Simpsons?
Me.
Danny, let's seriously, brother, let's not talk about that video. Peter will explain.
Who lives?
North.
Who is the only
North?
British Prime Minister
Yeah.
Oh,
who appears as voice in The Simpsons?
Oh, that's easy. That's Tony Blair.
Tony Blair.
Tony Blair, yeah.
Wow. Everyone...
Tony Blair.
I've watched The Simpsons since the 90s.
And what's your answer, Ian?
Never watched The
Blair.
Simpsons.
Tony Blair. So
Never
have we all got that one or what? Folks,
Yes, it's Tony Blair. The
are
only
you messaging us or what? Are you messaging us or what? What's your answer?
Tony Blair.
Tony Blair.
Fucking right, it's Tony Blair. And I think I'm winning here now. I think I might be winning, me. I think I might be winning this little quiz, me.
I've only got one.
Next question.
Next.
Starting at Earth, which is the next closest planet to the Sun?
Oh, that's easy. Mercury.
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 Yeah. Mercury, Venus, Earth.
Mercury, Venus, Earth.
Mercury penis.
Again,
Up Uranus.
starting at Earth,
Chris, he loves it up his anus.
Ah, stop.
That's Uranus.
again, starting
Listen to-
at Earth,
Go on.
which is the next closest
Mercury.
planet to the Sun?
Venus.
It's Venus.
Oh, it's
It's a trick question.
It's
Mars.
a trick question. It's Venus.
Yeah, Venus.
It's Venus.
Hey, what
Then
is your answer?
Venus.
Mercury.
It's Venus. And we got Mel saying. Mel says Mercury. No, we've all felt prey to or else
Venus.
Venus.
Chrissy.
it's Venus.
Mercury.
Lee.
No, that's closest to the sun.
No, it's Venus. Mercury's the closest to the sun.
Yeah.
But after Earth, it's Venus.
Yeah.
Ian, what is yours?
Venus.
Joe.
Uranus.
Oh.
Why would you say that?
Is this live on Facebook, Chrissy?
It's
Huh?
Venus.
Yeah.
Or is it just on Skype?
No, it's
Is it
Facebook, you
what, sorry?
daft kid.
You're on
You're
Facebook.
going live to the
I'm
No,
world.
no, no.
on
It might,
Face- I'm
it might have
watching
been on
on
Skype. It
Skype.
might have been on Facebook.
I'm on Skype.
Pick this up, but
It's
Oh, wow,
Venus.
brilliant.
don't know if you can see that.
Venus! Venus! Have you put my point down there, Earl?
Tony.
Tony Power said, Tony Power, brother, you've got both the questions wrong so far. It wasn't John Major, it was Tony Blair. I know it's not Mercury, it's Venus, brother, but keep sending your messages in. Or you could have just joined us for the quiz online, do you know what I mean? But anyway, go on, Earl.
God Only Knows was a 1960s.
The Beach Boys, 1966. Move on.
Can you let other people answer that question?
Beach Boys,
Beach Boys
1966.
1966.
I knew that all day long. Beach Boys 1966.
I love
It's
it.
off the album Pet
Here.
Sounds, by the way. It's
Huh?
off the album Pet Sounds. I can play it for you if you want. It's up to you. You carry on.
We don't want to bore people with the song right now.
Oh, God. Around's the most beautiful song in the world, mate.
Really?
Yeah.
That is up to you, not up to me.
Okay.
It really is, mate. It really is. Beach Boys. Mel says Beach Boys as well.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I love that.
Next
Right.
question.
With over 222 million units sold, what is Apple's highest selling iPhone model?
Oh, fuck
iPhone
me.
4.
iPhone. Oh, yeah. iPhone 4. iPhone 5 I'm going to go for.
6.
I go for iPhone 3, actually.
Oh.
iPhone 3 Yin.
3.
5.
Lee,
I'm going to go for iPhone 5, me.
Chrissy,
I'm going for iPhone 6, the one after what Lee's got.
Danny? Danny?
iPhone 4.
Joe?
5.
Wow. Well done, Chrissy. iPhone 6 and 6 Plus.
Never!
Yeah, they have the highest selling.
Thank you, darling. Where's my prize?
Melted iPhone 6 as well. She's got a point.
No, she's listening to me.
Tony Power said iPhone 4.
220 million units.
Tony Power said iPhone 4. Tony, you're not doing too well here, but I'll be honest with you. Well, I said iPhone 5, so you got that right, Chris. And you know what, Chris? You only got that right because you were taking a piss out of me. I'm fucking.
Don't hate. Don't hate.
Fucking fuming. Next question, go on.
In which year was Nintendo 64 released in Europe?
64.
Oh, Nintendo 64.
1991. 95.
95, Danny. Chrissy.
96.
No, 93. 93.
Yin.
94. I've put it on already.
Joe.
94.
Well, the closest one it was Chrissy, but it's 97.
Really? Never.
97.
You can kiss my breast.
Nintendo 64.
Am I thinking of Commodore 64?
No, that's Commodore 64, 1984, Ian.
Don't be age. I still
Sorry,
remember.
Tony, it's 97, not 95.
Good questions, Orel.
That
Good
must be
questions.
the original
Fine.
PS1. then.
Orel, I know a good question. What's the highest
on.
heel Danny Wall can walk in? 8 inches.
Bigger than you think.
Ooh.
It's not been created yet, Chrissy.
I'd like to
You
see.
need a stepladder for it.
Chrissy, have you seen me fucking walk in heels?
I
Never.
was going to say something else then, but I'm not going to say it.
Coronavirus!
Remember? Don't you remember you told me you loved me, baby? Anyway,
This master, can you take charge of this?
How many more questions do we have?
Again, this is football related.
How many more questions are left?
Go on. Football related, doesn't matter. Go on.
How many different teams have won the Premier League since the start of the inaugural season in 92-93?
Is this a fucking football again?
How many teams have won it?
Yeah, Premier League.
Chelsea,
Ooh.
Arsenal,
I'm going to go for 9.
Chrissy?
8 or
You
9.
asked me a football question. 255. I have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
I'll guess 8.
Danny?
6.
Joe?
69.
So that's
Ooh, my favourite number.
Chelsea United.
Well done, Danny. 6.
Ah, yes.
Chelsea, United, City,
Blackburn.
Leicester,
Blackburn.
Yeah, and Blackburn.
Blackburn, 96, 95,
Yeah.
96. And
Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Leicester, and Blackburn.
Yeah. Arsenal won it in 97, 98, and 2004.
They did, yeah.
Hey, Chrissy, pour us one, will you?
What? I was just having a wee.
Oh, right.
That's not.
So I got that wrong. And Ian Mitchell said 8. Tony Power said 5. So they've all got that. You both got that wrong. Yeah.
They don't really
next question. You even got that one. I should have got that one right.
One flipping gin, dear.
Yep.
Exactly. Right. The next one is one of my favorites, which involves a really good person that I really admire.
Cheeky girls.
Oh, stop it. It's not me.
It's about food.
Don't stop. Oh, okay, right. Go on.
But
It's about who?
which country has the highest number of Michelin stars restaurants?
France.
No,
France.
France.
Actually, no, it isn't. It isn't. It's a trick question.
Which country has the highest number of restaurants that have 3 stars Michelins?
3 stars.
That's
Yeah,
France.
that is the highest.
America. That's America.
No, I'm going to go for the UK, me. I'm going to go for the
The
UK.
UK has quite a lot, but I don't think it's the most.
Danny,
I'm
what
going to
is
go
your
for the
final
UK,
answer?
me.
What is your final answer, Danny?
Mel says France. Tony Powell says Portugal.
Oh.
I know Spain has quite a few.
I say
But
France.
I'm gonna go with.
The suspense is killing me.
I know, please, I'm having an heart attack.
Literally.
Blue here.
Which
Ian,
one?
I know
Black
London
and
has
orange.
quite a few. I know that. I'm gonna go with France.
Oh.
Ian,
What? Oh, sorry, France.
Joe.
Maybe America now.
Vive la France, yeah.
It was France, but it's been other country that literally took the first lead.
Who?
UK.
Japan?
Tokyo has so many Michelin-starred restaurants.
Indeed,
Wow,
France
really?
had the most restaurants in the world.
Mel said Tokyo.
Tokyo, yes.
Yeah,
There's
Mel
a famous
says
restaurant
Tokyo,
in Tokyo
so she
called
gets-
Jiro Sushi.
but not anymore
You say
France.
sushi?
Not France.
Listen, Danny, it's all very well and good giving us facts now, but you got the question fucking wrong, mate. So it's over.
Who the fuck put 20p in?
I did.
He'd be perfect for Trigger, wouldn't he, Chrissy?
Oh, we know. We all know each other.
Yeah, and the last question.
Trigger. I like Trigger, man. Go on. Next question, go on.
How many countries are in the region of Europe recognized by United Nations?
Oh,
Everyone apart from
fucking
Kosovo, right?
Good one. That good question. That one, Abel.
In the region of Europe?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
16.
27.
24.
22.
In the region of Europe, not in the Europe.
In the region of Europe. This is a trick question, Abel.
28.
Exactly. It's a trick question.
I can
United
tell
Nations
by you. Look.
All these
recognized-
questions are trick questions because Sorrel's are tricky.
Oh, what's
Yeah,
that?
but this is tricky though. This is
Oh, what's it called? Moldova. What?
Mel says 44.
What is your final answer, Lee?
I'm gonna go with Mel with her answer 44.
Prissy,
16.
Ian,
27.
Danny,
38.
Joe.
36.
Well done, Mel. 44, recognized by United
And Lee as well. And Lee
Sat there
cheers,
on
Mel.
an iPad googling the questions.
No,
Go on,
she isn't.
Google it.
No, she's not like that. She's not like that. By the way, Danny, my mum says, brother, my mum says, you're around the corner from our house. Our house in Mustard. Apparently,
Well,
you're
no,
just around the corner.
I live in Indonesia, but I'm just back because of the coronavirus. My other half of my child's here.
Yeah, no, but you've just been fucking showing us pictures of fucking City Stadium, brother. You're around the corner from our house.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're around the corner from our house. My mum's just said, you're around the corner from Mustard. Anyway,
Was that
I
the
got
last
it right,
question
Mel.
of the quiz?
No,
Yes,
no.
that was
Oh,
the
was it?
last one.
Yeah, so it won. I think I
Praise
won that, didn't
Jesus.
I? Didn't me and Mel win that?
I actually don't care.
What's the scores up yours?
This
The
board.
first place is Lee.
Yeah.
It's 6
Joshua.
questions.
Oh,
Then Danny on second place.
oh,
Yin on third place.
oh.
And the fourth place is Chrissy. And the last.
you,
little
bitch.
baby.
Well done, Lee, for winning the.
Did I come second?
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as
Listen,
usual.
I'd like to thank God, yeah. I'd like to thank my mum for her genetic contribution to this genius here. I'd like to thank her out.
I'm always coming second place.
Oh, I'm talking about Danny. I'm filling up here. I'm filling up.
Can I just
What's the
Who won?
prize?
wearing shorts?
What is that? Is Joe wearing shorts?
No,
Ian?
Thank you for wearing
No, he's not wearing shorts this time.
Hang about. We've got a phone call. We've got a phone call, boys and girls. Hello, are you speaking to the Armchair Anarchists? Who is it, please? Oh, hang on. I'll turn you up.
That is Mel.
Babe, we're both winners, you know. We're both fucking rock. We rocked the gaff there, babe. We fucking.
I think you won the quiz the other night as well.
You did win the quiz the other night, didn't you? Yeah. You did win the quiz the other night. But listen, you helped me win that quiz there with that last one because 44 it was totally out of the bag. I felt Arel was a good quiz master there. There were varied them questions. And there were trick questions too. I think Arel deserves a round of applause for that.
Yeah, well done for being the quiz master.
Say hello to Danny and say hello to Ian.
And I was not cheating, and you're a shitty, scummy, fitty man.
There you go. Danny, did you get that?
No.
Mel says, hiya Danny. And she said, by the way, she wasn't cheating and you're a shitty, scummy fucking City fan. So,
Because she lives in Wiz and Draw.
he says it's because you live in Wiz and Draw. Wiz and Draw. All right, love you. Bye. Bye. For anyone watching out there, folks, who doesn't, is watching from the USA, Wiz and Draw is amphetamines and smoke, just so you know.
Oh, Wiz Draw.
Wiz and Draw, Wiz and Shaw.
Mel is in Withenshaw, but it's called Wiz and Draw. Anyway, I think it's time. Is it time for hit or shit?
We're coming up to an hour and a half on Showtime.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay, well let's hold them for next week then.
We can keep them for next week.
There is someone who asked me to
There
say
is someone.
Romanian.
Who?
Someone who said what?
A friend of mine who's Romanian is watching
Yeah.
the podcast and he asked me, say something in Romanian.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, go on. Eventually.
Spuneți-vă in limba
I
noastră.
like the blood of his virgin.
Dzień dobry.
No, someone's wrote something in Romanian here. It says, what does this mean, Arel? If I say it to you, what does this mean?
It says, say something in our language.
Oh, does
Our
it? Right,
language.
fair enough.
Not mine.
Go on.
All right, I get you. Yeah, yours. Yeah.
Well, he understands the English anyway. Because he
Okay.
wants me out now in Romanian, but he doesn't understand
What
English.
did he say?
Chrissy, let's go to Romania.
Oh yeah.
Find you a nice gypsy boy in joggers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So can you say in Romanian, thanks for watching, goodbye and see you next week?
Mulțumim pentru că ne-ați urmărit săptămâna asta încă un episod din Armchair Anarchists.
I'm going.
4 nebuni.
Bye,
Thank you.
Urmăriți-ne săptămâna viitoare și vă așteptăm.
Yeah. Bye, Ian.
Bye.
See you later, brother. See you next week. See you next week, man. Take care.
And we'll see you all next week. Same time, same place.
Before we go, boys, before we go, I love you all.
Très dramatique.
Yeah, don't be dramatic.
It's all right.
Well done, boys. Well done. See you next week, folks. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And now.
That's it, you're out. You're out, you're done.
Well done.